Kia ora te whānau, no mai, haere mai. Action in week 7 of the Bunnings NPC. Coming to you this afternoon from Apollo Project Stadium in Christchurch as Canterbury hosts Southland. The Southerners still searching for their first win of the season. Repeat the dose to Canterbury, back to Cahill, and they set the drive to Canterbury. Body on the ground and the arm's gone out as Mullen peels off. Here's Romano, runs into his opposite, McKee. Try and muscle this one over, Canterbury. Here's Moody. On his shoulder, they head back to the right-hand side. Burke through the corner, back to the line. Great strength from the Canterbury first five, and Canterbury are in, Fergus Burke.
Well, he had no right to score that try. There were defenders there, but it was just his own individual skill. Ball in two hands, held it up, held the defenders up, and opened the scoring account for Canterbury. It all started from the line out, getting that front foot ball for the back line. Good drive too. And then eventually they just pick and go a couple times, and then the Nous to switch back to that short side as well. You can see Manson called them over. There was 3 defenders there. And look at that huge blind too. And you can see Alaimalo standing out here by himself, but Southland have actually put 2 defenders there, so already there's an overlap to that right-hand side.
Terrific field position this for Canterbury.
Play the ball straight down.
You hear the instructions from the referee, they want it cleared. Burke racking around, just holding on. Was Latu, needed to. Burke was almost through the hole. Drummond sticks to this short side. Comes to McLeod, shapes the kick, doesn't. Here's Romano, upright. Smashing into the defensive wall is Luke Romano. Drummond, short one to Bryle, well wrapped up by McKee. Callow. Comes quickly again for Drummond. Back to this short side. He shaped to pass and realised there wasn't much going on. Moody collects the pass from Fihaki. He's driven back on the tackle of Singh.
Yeah, good work, thank you.
Fighting for it on the ground, Southland. Here's Burke. Flat pass and Punivai. They won't stop him that close to the line. Nani Punivai, too powerful. It was a good angle, but he still had to collect it and score, and he did, and Canterbury have 2.
Beautiful angle, as you said, from Punivai. But I think the space was out there because Southland were competing at almost every ruck, and they committed too many, I think. And so there was numbers out to that left-hand side. We'll see here. They get the pass out initially. Here's that strong tackle coming in from Singh. And then there's so many players out to the right, and they're just too slow to track across, and it's that angled run. Just a swerve of the hips too, and that's just individual brilliance.
Southland got the penalty, and they are setting this line out 7 metres from the Canterbury try line. To the front goes Drake, wrapping around McKee. They just ran out of space, I think, on that far side. They're in touch. In fact, it's been lost forward. The idea was good. There wasn't a lot of room to move, but it almost paid a dividend, Taylor. Cloud again to the left-hand side. Mitchell carries it into the 22. Running from distance again with Southland. Off the ground, this is Blair Ryle. One of Southland's best in this season as the number 8. I think that this time he's going to kick through. There's no one chasing it, so Burke can shadow it across or just force it, and he does. We're going back for another penalty, though. And that must be, well, that's 4 or 5 at this end of the field.
So how many penalties in a row until something's happening? Yep, I'll manage it. Yeah, like something has to happen. Yeah, it's a fair point.
And that's good from Mike McKee. As you mentioned it, Tom, you know, there's quite a few penalties in a row now against Canterbury. And so he's having to wear that captain's armband today without Beckuis.
So here comes Southland again.
Stay there, 10.
Execution so far has been the issue. They go to the front, won by Drake. Set the drive. Sure about that Canterbury player coming around. Here comes Southland though, they're on the move. 2 metres from the goal line. It's still at the back through hooker. Souchon, he's almost there. He peels off, goes under the post. We're waiting for the call from the referee. He has just called time off. There was a lot of oohs and ahs. Souchon.
On the line. Tries good. He's short and he's allowed to reach out. Tries good.
Try scored by Southland. Nick Souchon's got it, and they will be absolutely delighted with that, Southland. They really had to roll up the sleeves, Taylor, but they've done it.
Oh, absolutely, and they deserve it as well. It's finally some change out of all the time they have spent. They set 5 minutes in Canterbury's 22, and look, they made it hard for themselves throughout this game, but they eventually got that good line-out more. You can see everyone nice and cohesive. There's not a lot of space in between any of those Southland players, which means that Canterbury could not split that maul either. And then eventually he broke away down that short side, and you heard the referee, he was short, but he's allowed to reach out one time and did exactly that. And Southland on the board.
The ball that time was Latu, but it's coming back again for Canterbury. This one's intercepted by Southland. So coming back here is Souchon, and he says that will do us. We're in the right end of the field, and we'll head down and have a drink. Half-time in Christchurch, 2-1. Canterbury lead it. The Southland putting on a good performance so far. It's Canterbury 12, Southland 7 at half-time. Up there by Latu. Offload to McLeod. A little snipe from the Southland players. Now there's a flick offload out the back. This is Ryle inside the 22. He's brought to ground by Romano as McLeod looks to come left. Hollingshead takes the line on himself with Christie fighting for it. Here's McLeod again. This is good from Southland, and a lovely little pass to Souchon. 7 metres from the goal line. This is good from Southland at the start of the second half. Morgan Mitchell carries it. Wanted to go right, did halfback McLeod. Came back to the right-hand side through Manson. Can they make something of this? Iona back on the inside. Ryle offload 2 metres from the goal line to Staggs. McLeod looks left and right up to Drake. Drake spins and Drake scores. Wonderful stuff from Southland. What a start to the second half.
Oh, they've come out of the blocks firing, and they absolutely deserve it. And I think you actually got to pay some credit to Connor McLeod, because he was there. He was always wanting to play quickly. Sometimes his team wasn't even ready. He always had to hold up that ball, but it was good carrying as well from the team. And the variation in attack, that's been the difference. It's everyone's running off each other's shoulders. And when they are setting up in their shape, they have that inside pop pass. You can see here on this side, it was a good carry here, but they're always just looking for that inside pass. They set up,
just on the way,
giving it to Oina, and then he pops it on the inside. That's a classic shape. You know, you always have your point at the front, one on the outside, one on the inside, and this time they actually changed it up and went on the inside. And it was Danny Drake. He was just too big, too strong, and too long, being a lot, getting his arms over. And what a start for Southland.
Second half possession being dominated by the visitors, but it's Canterbury at the moment. Hines just running, and then Rova into midfield. Charging forward is George Bell, the replacement hooker. Hines again, digs in. Hayward with the run for Canterbury. Right-hand side, Gallagher. 5 metres from the goal line. Canterbury had to do a lot of defending in the second half. Here's Cullen Grace. Bell again, driven back though.
Last feet.
Spinning, this is a good run there.
Leave it, hands up.
Tuamalatai. Half a metre from the goal line. Canterbury. Hines digs in, goes out to the right hand side to Bell. Bell too strong. Try scored. George Bell, Canterbury. And the red and blacks are back in front.
Impact from the bench is incredibly important, and George Bell has brought that. And it just came off the back of wearing the Southland team down. They got off to a good start, as we said, but then Canterbury, over the past 10 minutes, have just been relentless on attack. You can see here that big carry coming in from Tuamalatai. It just meant that the Southland defenders had to get right in behind that ruck. And then a strong carry in from George Bell as well.
There's less than 15 minutes to play in Christchurch. Canterbury. 5-point advantage. Willie Hines and Cullen Grace, experienced players in the 8 and 9 positions. McLeod wrapping around Burke. Burke just holds. Through the hole he goes. He's got Hines on the inside. Floats the pass over the top. Space out here for Alemolo. Runs into the contact, gets up and goes again. Presents for Hines. Canterbury surging forward with Gallagher. Hines comes back for Burke, who started the movement. Perotti. Rover has to go back and collect it. Just slowed his momentum a little bit. Tackle running up. Southland Hodge. Lovely offload though. And away goes Grace. He's got Hines on the inside. And Canterbury find a way through. Arm up from Willie Hines. Try scorer Canterbury.
And it started all the way from deep inside their own half. It was the breakout play, the set-piece strike move that opened it up for them. It was good scramble D from Southland, but eventually they got there. Here is the initial break from Fergus Burke. Ball in two hands, gets in between the hole, and it was the crispness of the passing off that set-piece. Solomon Alemalu gets brought down by Hammer Webb. They recycle, they go out to the edge. They try and find some space, and that man who made the tackle, Tupu Tailoa, has been outstanding. Cullen Grace got the break, and then that inside pass to Willie Hines.
Burke, good position again. Cahill, down in the tackle. Burke again. McLeod, lovely from Canterbury, just couldn't quite find Rover. Go back and collect it. Support there from Christie. Gone back 10 metres, Canterbury, but still in possession. Haywood carries it forward for Canterbury. Over the ball were Southland, but told to leave it, and they didn't. Fergus Burke, kick of about, just right on 50 metres. Going distance, not a problem. Well makes the distance, and direction good too. Fergus Burke makes it look pretty easy. Here's Singh, a little bit of hurdling over his own player, Singh, and he's in touch. And the referee says that will do us. Canterbury, they had to dig pretty deep at times in this game, but they get it done. It's Canterbury 29, Southland 14.